Hey guys, Laura Neighbor here. I've wanted to make this video for, oh my gosh, 3 weeks. I wanted to do a week in, and now we're about 3.5 weeks in. So I wanted to jump on here and talk about the journey of my dreads and where we're at. The reason that it has taken me 3 weeks to do this video is because if you follow me on Instagram, I am at 40 is the better 20, and that's the number 40 is the better number 20. So you will see that I work full-time at a corporate job, and I also homeschool. So yeah, we got a lot going on. So I try. I get things in when I can. And here we are at 3.5 weeks, and it is what it is. I am going to tell you that there is not a lot of difference between week 1 of having dreads and to week 3.5. So a couple of things that I want to touch on. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I did not do my own dreads. I went to someone to have them installed. It was a very long appointment. It was an 8.5-hour appointment. And I even have short, thin, fine hair. As you can see from the hair that we left out, it is just fine and kind of thin. I'm actually starting to let it gray, so I can just kind of embrace my grays. So, yes, an 8-hour appointment. So by the end of it, I was so done. And you have to understand, like, I have the patience of a saint sometimes. I kind of surprise myself. I have a lot of patience, but I could not wait to get out of that chair. So if this is something you were looking at doing, understand your appointment is going to be probably 6 to 8 hours, and it could possibly be 2 sessions if you have really long hair, or if the person, works kind of slowly or what have you. So, all right, first and foremost, one of the biggest myths is once you get dreads, don't wash your hair. I am here to tell you that if you don't wash your hair when you have dreads, that is your own personal choice. Unless you are doing natural dreads and you are just letting your dreads happen in your hair, I don't know a lot about that because I went and had mine installed. It's the cosmetologist in me. If you're not supposed to wash your hair with that, then that's that. If you have your dreads installed, like I did, you can wash your hair every 2 to 3 days. Wash your hair, because if you don't wash your hair, that's a choice, and it's gross. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. If you don't wash your hair for, a month, and then you just spray this crap on it, and then you don't wash it for another month, you're gonna smell, and it's gross. And you will run the risk of getting bugs, getting dread rot, which is a real thing where stuff gets stuck in the little dreads, and then they smell. And it's a buildup of all that frou-frou shit you're spraying in your hair, and wax and sebum from your hair, like your scalp, and gross. And mildew. I don't know if I said mildew, but I'm gonna add mildew again because ew, who the hell wants mildew in their hair? You wanna talk about sick, especially if you're sleeping and you're sleeping on your hair and your dreads are longer, you're gonna be breathing that in, and that's gross. So wash your hair. It's not that hard, wash your hair. Okay, so here's what I use to wash my hair. You're gonna see a lot of stuff floating around on the internet. First off, don't use wax. Don't use wax in your hair. If you're a white person and you have dreads, do not use wax in your hair. That gets stuck in the center of your dreads, and then again, you can end up with really sticky, gross feeling dreads. You can end up with dread rot. They can smell, it'll hold moisture in, which can eventually cause mildew. So just don't put anything in your hair that's gonna stay in your hair. Just like shampoos, things like that. Don't use shampoos that are gonna leave a lot of residue. You don't want any conditioner whatsoever. Conditioner is not a part of your life when you start to do dreads. It's just not. So I will probably start to take this hair and condition it separately from the rest of my hair, just to make sure that this stuff doesn't get fried. It gets the moisture it needs because it has been color treated from way back in the day. So anyway, what I use is I use 2 different kinds of shampoo. And the reason for this is they say don't use anything that leaves a residue. Well, guess what? If your shampoo has a smell, any kind of smell at all, it's gonna leave somewhat of a residue. If you're using anything with tea tree oil in it, that leaves a residue. Tea tree oil is an oil. It is what it is. So what I do is I use 2 different kinds of anti-residue shampoo and I switch them up. And what happens is, this is one of those things where, like, if you use a couple of different shampoos, you notice that it works better when you alternate them, right? Because one strips out what the other one puts in. So I use this stuff, the Dr. Bronner's. So I use that. I'm no way affiliated with this company or what they do, or I think their label's kind of crazy, but okay, maybe they're doing some great stuff. I don't really know. I just know that the shampoo, this is what I use for shampoo, and it works. And the chick who installed my dreads, this is what she told me to use. And her hair was gorgeous and clean and long, and her dreads were beautiful. So I'm gonna trust somebody whose hair that I can see and feel and touch and realize, hey, she knows what she's talking about. So I do this, and then with this, I throw in a few drops of organic tea tree oil. And I do that just to keep the scalp healthy, that kind of stuff. I use tea tree oil also on my tattoos. So right after I've had a tattoo done, I will use tea tree soap, and I will wash the area with tea tree soap, and it's super healing, and it just kind of helps soothe your scalp a little bit. So once I have mixed these 2 a little bit, then this guy, I don't know if you guys can see that. It is the Neutrogena, and it is the anti-residue shampoo. And so I will use this after those 2. And then the next time I shampoo my hair in 2 to 3 days, I'll flip it. So I will do this one first, and then I'll do these guys. And I don't always put the tea tree oil in when I use the Dr. Bronner's. It's probably, I don't know, every other wash, every 3 washes, that kind of thing. So one of the things that you hear about a lot when you get dreads installed is your scalp is gonna be super angry. First off, the installation is gonna hurt. Your scalp's gonna be angry. You're probably gonna have a lot of flaking. Dandruff seems to be an issue that I see a lot of people talk about. What else? Psoriasis. Psoriatic dermatitis, things like that on the scalp. I will tell you that I personally have not had any of those issues. If you're on my channel, you probably see that I am part of a health and wellness company called Plexus, and the supplements that I take are plant-based supplements that focus on gut health. And I will tell you that the root of almost all skin issues is an unbalanced, unhealthy gut. So I haven't had any of those issues. And I 1000% believe it's because my gut health is very much in order. So my scalp was able to tolerate this perfectly fine. The only itchy part that I had is a little bit back here, and that's after I've slept on it. And you know, like when you have your hair in a ponytail and you take it out of the ponytail and it just kind of like itches, it feels good to kind of do this for a second. That's it. And it's just because I was sleeping on it and it was just kind of crunched up back here. But other than that, yeah, no itching, no flaking, none of that. And I am someone who used to have really bad psoriasis and eczema. And after taking the gut health supplements for about 6 months to a year, all of that is gone. I used to also have cystic acne as well, and that is gone. So you can see, like, I don't wear makeup. I have on some mascara, but yeah, I don't wear makeup. So take care of your insides if you want your scalp to be able to handle what you put it through. I guess the other thing is what you're going to notice. Everyone said that your dreads would be really ugly the first couple of weeks. And okay, I mean, I don't know. I don't think mine are that ugly. I think they definitely have some maturing to do. But you do kind of get little bumps and stuff like that. I am due for maintenance in probably about 2 to 4 weeks. I will tell you that I did buy my own crochet hooks, and I do get in there, and if there are any like, you know, big pieces sticking out or anything like that, I typically will tuck them in. I have not tucked this little bump in yet, but I probably will do that this evening. I've only done a little bit of palm rolling. I haven't done a ton. What else? Oh, I also blow dry my hair. So, it's wintertime. I'm not sure when you're watching this video, but it is wintertime, and I don't want to freeze. And your dreadlocks will hold in a lot more water than your hair. My hair is actually still a little bit damp, and I took a shower about an hour ago, and I blow dried my hair. So I didn't blow dry it all the way, but I got most of the water out. And that is just to make sure that I maintain healthy dreadlocks, healthy hair. Getting the moisture out is crucial. After you wash your hair, you do not want to put your hair up in anything. You want to keep it down, let it air out. A lot of people like to use a ShamWow. They'll wrap a ShamWow, you know, those things you dry your car with. They'll wrap a ShamWow around their hair if they have really long dreads, to get the moisture out and to make sure that they're nice and dry and they stay nice and dry. So, but yeah, other than that, they have been great. I have loved not fixing my hair. I've loved it. It's awesome. Shoot, and oh, there it is. So really all I do, mostly on days, is I just throw it up in a scrunchie. Hold please. Of course I totally dropped it. All right, so a soft, super soft scrunchie. So you don't want one that will put a kink in your dreads at all. If, you know, especially if you accidentally do it when they're still a little bit wet, like until you wash them again, you're probably gonna have a kink in them. But again, you just to make sure, you don't want anything that is really strong and is gonna put a dent in there. And you definitely don't wanna leave that in. Like that's not a thing you wanna do when you got babies. You don't wanna just leave it in because then they can kind of grow weird. So what else? But yeah, this is blow drying. This is, I have washed it every 2 to 3 days and blow dried it. So you can see I definitely will need maintenance in a couple of weeks. It does make it, I don't know if you can tell, it does make it just a little bit more fuzzy. But with that, I would rather have hair that's a little fuzzy that might need maintenance a little bit sooner than hair that smells and dread rot. So you have to take really good care of them. The beautiful thing is you don't have to do anything to it. Like you don't have to fix your hair. That's money right there, especially when you're doing all the things like I'm doing. I'm building a business, I'm homeschooling, that's my kiddo, and I am working full time. So the fact that I don't have to fix my hair is wonderful. I can put it up in a ponytail and go, and that's it. I think last but not least, you wanna come say hi?
Hi.
All right, give mommy just a minute.
Okay.
So I guess other than that, if you guys have any questions, drop them below. I'll be more than happy to answer. I think I have a little bit of a leg up just because of my license with cosmetology. I do know how the hair reacts. I know what the hair wants and what it kind of needs when it's in this state, just because hair is hair. And we've done something special to it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited. I think that eventually I will probably put some extensions in it just so I can maybe put it up in a bun or something cute, because right now it just sort of goes into a ponytail. But yeah, and then I think once my dreads get to where I want them, I will take the extensions out and we'll just kind of go from there. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. I am so excited to share. I love kind of giving you guys snippets of my journey. And I think that's it. I may add some beads and some fun stuff to it in probably, I don't know, a couple of weeks, maybe after my first maintenance. But all right, you guys have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.